When a family is expecting a baby, parents try to get their other kids ready for the arrival of a new brother or sister. But there is someone else who might need some prepping for that new arrival as well. That is the family dog. The September issue of American Baby magazine has some helpful tips for parents. Joining us this morning is Jessica Hartshorn, Senior Lifestyle Editor for American Baby. Jessica, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so there are some things that you should do right off the bat when you know or think that you're expecting.
Yes, basic obedience really, to make sure that your dog is not jumping up on people, because soon you're going to be walking into the house with a baby, right? So you need your dog to be really well behaved. So if you haven't done the sort of even the local PetSmart's obedience course with all the basic sit, don't jump, all that stuff, you got to take care of. And then you want to acclimate the dog to the sight and sound of kids early on, because you know what's coming down the road.
Right.
So go to the park where the kids are playing. Like maybe in the past you stayed at the dog run and avoided the playground, but now really go by the playground. Visit with friends who have kids. Invite friends with kids who have kids over to your house, so the dog gets used to what's coming.
So then we've got the countdown going on now. We go to 3 months before you're due. All right,
Right.
What are you thinking here?
Yeah, well now, this sounds a little crazy, but you really have to sort of go through the play acting like babies in the house. You probably have a crib set up when you're 36 weeks pregnant. So get a doll and pretend you're putting the baby in and out.
Is it not, it's not just in the house, but we're talking about outside too, right?
That's the author's advice, is to put the doll in the stroller and take a walk with your dog. The neighbors are going to be like,
they are going to talk about you.
But it gets the dog used to the idea, and the dog can sniff out the stroller and sniff out the crib, before you've got the baby in there and are a little more nervous.
And then we get closer and closer here, 1 month before your due date.
Yeah, now you have to find that friend that you can call at 3 in the morning and be like, I'm going to the hospital, can you come walk the dog in a couple hours?
Yeah.
You probably only have one special friend who will be your dog sitter while you run and have your baby, and you're going to be in the hospital for a couple nights, so you want to get that all lined up, probably, when you're 36 weeks along.
Right. And then right before the due date.
Yeah. You're going to put the dog's, meals in bags and write your note to the pet sitter, give the vet's phone number, get everything set up. Maybe look into doggy daycare. If you're really nervous about being, in the house with a newborn, some people want to board their dogs, but most people keep the dog at home. But anyway, you make all those decisions for sure in that last month.
All right, so then this is the really crucial time right here. Now you've had the baby comes home, the dog's at home, we're all together back in the house.
Right.
What's happening now?
The dog's going to go bananas when you come in, right?
Because he hasn't seen you in so long.
Yeah, first of all. Have your partner hold the baby outside while you go in and, play with the dog, and then go out and swap. So he goes in and plays with the dog, and then you come in with the baby, and he's going to want to sniff. Some of the advice is to have your partner go home ahead of time with a blanket, so the dog already knows the baby's smell. So when you walk in that first time with the baby, the smell isn't brand new. That'll make things a little calmer. And then, you're going to need to include your dog in everything, even when you're sitting and nursing the baby, have some treats nearby, because the dog's going to want to be right there.
And they do like their attention.
Yeah, and you're going to have to keep giving them attention, but talk to it. When you're changing the baby, you can be talking to the dog. It's good for the dog, and it's actually good for the baby too, because babies love hearing the sound of your voice, and so does your dog, and they're both your babies.
The things, tell me about it. Spoiled too, both of them. The things that you don't think about, right, during this entire period. It is so interesting. Jessica Hartshorn, Senior Lifestyle Editor for American Baby. Jessica, thank you so much.
Thank you, Terrell.